on Instagram, a friend sent me this post from Time of Audio showing off their modular multiband splitter called Dime MB. It immediately piqued my interest because of how it handles frequency splitting. So I thought, okay, I need to see if this lives up the hype. Let's dive in and let's get started. Okay, so what exactly is MB? And essentially it is a multiband crossover plugin that lets you insert any other plugin into specific bands, for example low, mid and high bands, and the plugin itself acts as a host of your VSTs. The price is currently sitting at €45. That is roughly $49, which is a pretty good price for a plugin like this. The interface is pretty clean. You have a crossover point over here, and if you want to add another band, you can press over here. At your left, there are slots where you can insert your plugins. There's a mix slider, a trim knob, which works independently on each band. You can set the plugin on 0 latency mode or on linear phase mode. Here you can bypass the plugin, select another theme settings, and with this knob you can load up or you can tell the plugin where to look for your plugins. So pretty clean and easy to understand interface. Now let's put the plugin to the test. I'm going to play a song without any plugins on it to see if the plugin itself colors the signal that is coming in. So I already hear some changes in the stereo image or maybe some phase issues. I don't know what it is exactly, but the plugin is already changing the sound that is coming in without doing any processing. Maybe that's because of the crossover points, but now I'm thinking about this, a plugin like FabFilter Pro MB doesn't change the sound that's coming in if you're not compressing anything. So that is something the developers have to look at and have to fix, because now the plugin is not really workable for me at least. Now let's see how it sounds. I've always wanted a multiband 1176 type compressor, so let's check if that is possible with this plugin. I don't know what this black box is now. I don't know, maybe that's something from Logic. I have no idea, but this is weird. Yeah, now let's compress the lower frequencies. Let's solo this band and let's add some compression. Some click. It's probably because of the linear phase mode. Just check 0 latency. Still there. Still clicking. Okay, let's keep it like this and move on to the mid band. Okay, that's also a bit weird. When it pops up another plugin, you cannot press play anymore with your spacebar. Okay, good for now. Let's check the higher frequencies. Oh, huh? Okay, the plugin just pops before the compressor just pops before the host, which makes it a little hard to adjust anything on the host. Oh, and there's another black box again. Right. There's also a output gain. Okay, cool. Nice to have an option to have a multiband 1176 type compressor with this plugin. But the thing with the stereo image shifting, that makes it not workable for me. So yeah, that's something the developers really should look at. And also these weird black boxes that appear and that the compressor just pops over the host. That is also, yeah, it makes it not really nice to work on a plugin. Okay, let's see if we can do some creative stuff with it. Delete, yes, delete, yes, delete. Let's just play the synths. Let's see if we can do some modulation on just the mid frequencies. Let's add a trans gate and a reverb on the higher frequencies. Okay, nice. This is cool. For produce, I think it's for producing. It is a cool tool to have. Not really for mixing. Let's add a flanger on the mid frequencies. Yeah, okay, nice. Nice for some creative stuff. Maybe if you want to keep the lows mono, you can add this free imager on it to keep your lows clean right in the middle. Yeah, my expectations were a little bit higher than the results now. I do think that stereo shifting thing is something they really should look at before asking a price like almost 50 euro, because that just makes this plugin not workable for me. Also, these black boxes that are appearing on my screen, what the fuck is that? And some other things like that the plugin just pops before the host and that you cannot press play anymore with your spacebar if you are working with this plugin. Those things should be fixed before they are going to ask any price. So yeah, I'm not really blown away by this plugin. It also reminds me a bit of Studioverse by Waves. Now I'm saying this, I do think they missed an opportunity here. They could also develop this plugin as something similar where you can create full plugin chains which are workable in multiple DAWs with just one band for the whole spectrum. So yeah, maybe a tip for the developers, but first fix the problems that this plugin has before diving into that. So yeah, I'm not really blown away by the plugin and I'm not going to buy this before they fix those problems. Curious to hear from my fellow engineers. How do you feel about this plugin? Is this something you would integrate into your workflow? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. I'm Oxymappy and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.